Picture this: a world powered by clean, abundant energy, free from the shackles of fossil fuels and the looming threat of climate change. Sounds like science fiction, right? But what if I told you that the key to this future might be hiding in plain sight, deep within the Earth's crust? Welcome to the Clean Energy Journey YouTube channel, where science meets sustainability. We're here to share how green energy will save our planet in the future. And today, we're diving into a nuclear showdown that could reshape the energy landscape as we know it. Nuclear energy has long been hailed as a critical pillar in the clean energy transition. Unlike solar and wind, it provides constant, reliable power with zero carbon emissions. For decades, uranium has been the undisputed king of nuclear fuel. But there's a new contender on the horizon: thorium. This lesser-known element is gaining attention as a potentially safer and more sustainable alternative. So, the burning question is, will thorium dethrone uranium and become the future of nuclear power? Or will uranium continue its reign? Let's start by getting to know our current champion, uranium. This heavy metal has been the go-to fuel for most reactors worldwide, and for good reason. Uranium is fissile, meaning it can sustain a chain reaction, and it's widely utilized in its enriched form. The advantages are clear. It powers nearly all existing nuclear plants. The technology is tried and tested, and we've got a global infrastructure for mining, processing, and reactor design already in place. But uranium isn't without its challenges. Spent uranium fuel creates long-lived radioactive waste that we're still figuring out how to deal with. And let's not forget the elephant in the room: the risk of meltdowns. History has shown us the devastating consequences when things go wrong. Plus, uranium reserves aren't infinite, which raises some serious questions about long-term sustainability. Now, enter thorium. The dark horse in this nuclear race. Scientists have been eyeing thorium as an alternative fuel since the mid-20th century, and it's easy to see why. Unlike uranium, thorium itself isn't fissile, but it's fertile. It can absorb neutrons to become fissile uranium-233. Thorium reactors are a different breed, often using liquid fluoride salts, which cranks up the safety factor and reduces meltdown risks. The advantages of thorium are pretty impressive. It's 3 to 4 times more abundant than uranium, which is a big deal when we're talking about long-term energy solutions. It produces less long-lived waste, so future generations might not have to deal with as much radioactive baggage. And those inherent safety benefits? They're hard to ignore in a post-Fukushima world. But thorium isn't all sunshine and rainbows. It lacks widespread deployment, which means we're looking at some serious R&D costs. We're talking about entirely new reactor designs and fuel cycles that have been proven at scale yet. It's like trying to introduce a new sports league when everyone's already invested in the existing one. So, how do these nuclear heavyweights stack up against each other? Let's break it down. When it comes to fuel efficiency, thorium has the potential to extract more energy per unit mass. That's like getting more miles per gallon, but on a nuclear scale. In the waste management department, thorium produces less long-lived transuranic waste compared to uranium. It's like the difference between trash that takes centuries to decompose versus decades. Safety-wise, thorium reactors promise meltdown resistance, while uranium reactors are more vulnerable. It's like comparing a car with advanced collision avoidance to one with just basic airbags. Economically, uranium has the home field advantage with its existing infrastructure, while thorium requires new investment. Think Betamax versus VHS, but with much higher stakes. Looking at sustainability, thorium is more abundant and could provide a longer-term fuel source, while uranium reserves are more limited. It's like comparing a vast oil field to one that's already half depleted. This head-to-head analysis makes it clear why thorium is turning heads, but also why uranium is still the reigning champ. It's not just about the technology, it's about the global perspective. Different nations are taking different paths in this nuclear journey. India, sitting on one of the world's largest thorium reserves, is going all-in on thorium-based reactor designs. It's like they've found a gold mine in their backyard and are determined to cash in. China, always eager to lead in next-gen tech, has launched ambitious thorium research programs. They're like the Silicon Valley of nuclear power, racing to innovate. Meanwhile, Western nations like the US, UK, and much of Europe are sticking with uranium-based reactors for now, but they're cautiously dipping their toes into alternative waters. It's like they're comfortable with their reliable old car, but are starting to eye the shiny new electric models. This contrast shows how geopolitical factors and resource availability shape energy strategies. It's not just about what's best. It's about what's best for each country's unique situation. So, what does the future hold for nuclear fuel? Will thorium replace uranium entirely? The likely answer is not a full replacement, but coexistence. We might see hybrid thorium-uranium cycles emerge, combining the best of both worlds. It's like how hybrid cars paved the way for fully electric vehicles. Ultimately, nuclear power's role in achieving our net-zero carbon goals will depend on innovation, cost reductions, and political support. Thorium could become a powerful complement to uranium, especially in regions seeking safer and more sustainable solutions. It's not about picking a winner, it's about expanding our clean energy toolkit. As we wrap up this nuclear showdown, remember that thorium and uranium aren't rivals in an absolute sense. They're more like teammates in the Clean Energy League, each with its own strengths and weaknesses. Thorium offers exciting advantages, but it requires major innovation and investment to compete with uranium's entrenched infrastructure. The pace of change will depend on continued research, public trust, and supportive policies. So, what do you think? Is thorium the future of nuclear power, or will uranium maintain its dominance? Could a hybrid approach be the answer? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this deep dive into nuclear fuel fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with the latest in clean energy innovations. Remember, the journey to a sustainable future is a marathon, not a sprint. Every step towards cleaner, safer energy brings us closer to a world where our power needs and our planet's health are in perfect harmony. Until next time, keep your curiosity charged and your carbon footprint low. This is the Clean Energy Journey, signing off.